Your SLA timers are lying to you, and you might not even know it. A priority change, a customer thank you, a status flip. Any of these can make your metrics look completely wrong. Here's exactly how Zendesk SLA timers reset versus pause, and how to stop your reports from misleading your team. Before anything else, you need to know the difference between two fundamentally different timer behaviors. Reset wipes the clock clean and starts from zero. Your team gets a fresh window. Pause holds the timer exactly where it stopped. That original deadline is still looming when it resumes. 3 metrics restart their clocks based on what someone does in the conversation. First reply, time activates fresh when a ticket is reopened with a customer comment. Next, reply time resets after every new public customer message. And periodic update resets each time an agent posts a public comment. And it never pauses, no matter what status the ticket is in. Inside Zendesk's Admin Center, you configure each SLA policy by choosing which metrics to track and setting a time target per priority level. You also decide here whether to measure in business hours or calendar hours, a choice that has a big impact on how fair those targets feel to your team. Resolution metrics work differently. They pause based on ticket status rather than resetting on actions. Requester. Wait time pauses when you mark a ticket pending because the customer is the one who needs to respond. Agent work time and pausable update. Both pause on pending too, giving your team a fairer measure of the time they genuinely own the work. Requester wait time answers the question, how long did this customer actually wait for us? It runs while the ticket is open and pauses only when the ball is in the customer's court. Agent work time goes further. It also pauses when the ticket is on hold, because if you're waiting on a supplier or a third party, that time shouldn't count against your agents. Periodic update and pausable update both reset after an agent posts a public comment, but they diverge on what happens between replies. Periodic update never stops, holding agents strictly accountable regardless of ticket status. Pausable update gives teams breathing room by pausing when the ticket goes pending, which makes sense when waiting on the customer is a normal part of your workflow. Here's a visual summary of all 7 SLA metrics and whether each one resets or pauses. The key insight? Reply metrics are event-driven and reset on actions, while resolution metrics are status-driven and pause based on where the ticket sits. Knowing this pattern makes the whole system much easier to reason about. Here's a real edge case that trips up a lot of teams. Your agent solves a ticket, the customer replies with a simple, "Thank you," and suddenly Zendesk creates a new next reply time target, because there's now an unanswered customer message. If another issue comes in later, the breach is measured from that thank you, not from the new problem. The fix is to use a macro that adds a brief public comment to fulfill the SLA, then immediately privatizes it. 2 more scenarios that generate confusing data. When you change a ticket's priority, Zendesk applies the new target going forward, but any breach that happened under the old priority stays in your reports. And when a ticket is reopened, different metrics respond differently. FRT and NRT start fresh on a customer comment, while resolution metrics like request a wait time simply resume from where they paused. A few practical rules that teams learn the hard way. Start with just first reply time and 1 resolution metric. Get confident with those before adding complexity. Order your SLA policies from most restrictive to least, because Zendesk applies the first match, and set targets based on your team's actual capacity, not aspirational goals. An SLA you consistently breach is worse than having no SLA at all. Understanding SLA mechanics is important, but hitting those targets consistently is what actually matters. Eesel AI integrates directly with Zendesk and works on 2 levels. The AI agent handles common repetitive tickets instantly, making your first reply time effectively 0 for those cases. For complex issues, the AI copilot drafts responses from your knowledge base, so agents review and send rather than starting from scratch, cutting agent work time significantly. If you want to stop explaining to leadership why your SLA numbers look wrong, eesel AI is the fastest way to actually improve them. No complex setup, no workflow changes. It plugs straight into your existing Zendesk. Try it free for 7 days at eesel.ai.